Nope.
No.
So it's ancient Greek. It says Shaleta Takala. It means that beautiful things are often difficult. So as someone who studies 3 languages at a time, this really resonates with me because I find language incredibly beautiful, but it kind of sucks sometimes. So the reason that it is so complex and at times difficult to learn is because it's completely innate to our society. It's intrinsic to everything that we do. If I were to ask you right now in a sentence to explain to me what language is, would it be easy? Probably not. So language is a highly complex method of communication that is unique and fundamental to humans. So today I'm going to talk about how language is arbitrary, it evolves with us, and it is intrinsic to our culture, and it adapts with our culture as we evolve. So, I don't think this is going to work. It would be pretty ironic for me to explain to you using language why language is so important. This is a video of what it sounds like to a non-English speaker, what English sounds like, and it's really silly and hard to understand. And it would explain it a lot better than I could using words, but it's not. So, language is arbitrary. In a 2021 article, Fuqiu Nguyen wrote, the article is called Rethinking Arbitrariness of Language and its Implication in Language Use. And he wrote, a certain word has meaning because of the language users have given it. A word and its meaning are the result of social agreement or convention. So basically, words only have meaning because we decide they do, we agree that they do. Therefore, they mean something. So this, 2 molecules of hydrogen, 1 molecule of oxygen, it's water. But it's also, oh great. It means the same thing, but you can't look at it and know that it's the same thing, because that doesn't, what about that means water? We decided that it was water, and so it's water. But you can't look at it and just know that that's what it means because language is arbitrary. It has no innate, intrinsic, logical meaning. So, second of all, a yacht, it's also a boat, it's a vessel, it's a watercraft. None of those things make it any less a boat. So, language is efficient. It has evolved for thousands of years to be more efficient. Francis Osric wrote an article called Language is a Unique Form of Communication that transformed human evolution, but how unique is linguistic evolution, 2024. And he talked about 2 of the main driving pressures of linguistic evolution. So we have exclusivity pressure, which basically means we need our words and the things that we're trying to communicate to be precise. So a monkey in the forest sees a tree that looks very similar to the one that his mother ate from before he died. He's not going to tell everybody that, he's just going to scream at anybody that tries to eat it. So being able to be exclusive and precise is very essential to our success as a species. And then there's simplistic pressure, which is basically making the language more simple so that you can translate it and teach it to other people so that you can spread the language more efficiently. Some of the most successful European conquerors learned the language of the people that they were conquering, so that they could infiltrate with their own languages, their own cultures, and their own religions. You can kind of see here the evolution from Phoenician to Greek to Latin to Roman to English. It became a lot more simple. Finally, language is malleable. It adapts with our culture because we are the speakers. So in 2023, Randy Scribett published a transcription of one of these radio shows that were really popular in the 1920s. It was when radio was just becoming a thing, and they would have comedy shows on there, and so it was pretty popular at the time. So it's on the Encyclopedia Britannica website, and it's just a conversation between a man and a woman. It's like, you know, you're too smart for one girl. I'm more than one. You're more than one. My mother has a picture of me when I was 2. It's very straightforward language. You know what the joke is. It's not hard to understand. This was very typical for the time. So I want you to think about the language that's used here, and I want you to compare it to the language in the next slide and see kind of how language can evolve with our culture over time. So as the common form of media shifted from radio to more easily spread forms of media that can be shaped through different niches in very specific ways, we've developed much more unique forms of comedy and different words that you didn't even know existed in the first place. You go online and you have to learn a new word. So finally, we've talked about how language is the bedrock of our society. It's commonly overlooked. It's arbitrary, it's incredibly efficient, and it has adapted over thousands of years to be something that we can use for our success. It is a tool that's been sharpened over time, specifically for us to use it. So use it intentionally. Thank you very much.